So, I decided to make another episode about what the hell happened last night. I can't believe it. Who is this Edward? He used to be this really sweet and kind person, and I am just outraged on your behalf.
Marianne, we're not doing this. You said this episode was going to be about you and Will.
Well, that was before I saw the footage from last night.
Marianne.
But I just feel like we can't trust boys generally. Apart from Will, of course. Okay, I can totally understand how you're feeling. Well, I can imagine how you're feeling. How could Edward do this to you?
What exactly is this?
Lead you on and then run off with someone else. You know, we saved this perm last week, which kind of parallels your situation. You see, there's this girl, and she's engaged to a guy who abandons her and runs off, and she just dies a broken heart, and it's absolutely tragic. You know, I can lend it to you if you
Marianne,
want.
stop. I'm not dying from a broken heart.
Wait, you're not?
No, and Edward didn't abandon me. Edward and Lucy got together. You know, it's not that big a thing. You don't need to act like it is.
How can you say that? You pretend like you don't like Edward, but you do. He is a terrible, terrible guy for leading you on.
Marianne, you're acting as if he cheated on me, which he didn't. We were never a thing.
But he walked you home. You talked about superheroes.
Yes.
How can that mean nothing?
But that's just the way it is. We talked and it was nice, but he wants to date other people.
But you guys were just so good together. And there was such a great build-up, and my viewers became very emotionally involved in the two of you.
Oh well, I'll apologise to your viewers on behalf of myself and Edward.
Marianne, are you up? Oh, I feel dreadful this morning. Oh my god, is this on camera? I need to change. I need to do my makeup.
I can turn it off.
Actually, wait, no, we need this on film. This is going to be an historic event. Edward and Lucy got together last night.
Yeah, and I was the first one to find out, actually.
Oh.
Although, why would
He's-
Lucy tell?
It's really weird because I never would have put those two together. I always thought he was into you. But, I mean, they're going to be the most gorgeous couple. So that's 2 out of 5.
What?
Well, I've got this plan to get everyone in relationships by the end of the year. Obviously, I have a boyfriend, and now Edward and Lucy, so I wonder who will be next.
Maybe James?
Maybe. So how's Will? Has he texted you?
No.
Oh. God, I'd be really worried if a boy didn't text me after being at a party with me. I mean, when me and my boyfriend first got together, he texted me every morning afterwards. So nice. It's just such a turn off for me if a guy doesn't text me regularly, don't you think?
Well, I'm sure Will's probably nursing a really painful hangover this morning. He's probably not in any state to text
Exactly.
anyone.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think perhaps the two of you just want different things. Marianne likes boys with issues.
Well, you know, Brandon is really emotionally damaged at the moment. He's like Leonardo DiCaprio in Moulin Rouge. When Valentine gets so depressed he has to grow facial hair.
I don't think that's...
No, it is. Look, what I'm going to tell you is super confidential, okay? You can't tell anyone. I mean, okay, I've told Edward, James, now you two, and the cleaning lady, but you can't tell anyone, okay? Anyway, I totally wasn't going to say anything, but I know Brandon really likes you too. He thinks you're both really nice, really pretty.
Are you sure that Brandon would be okay if you're telling her?
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's quite a private guy, you know. But basically, I need to give you some context first. So when Brandon was a fresher, he met this girl, Lizzie, and they started dating. Literally, when they met, it was like love at first sight. It was so cute. Everyone thought they were going to get married and have babies. They were just so perfect together. And then, well, Brandon just went really quiet. Like, he stopped calling me, which is really odd because we obviously talk like all the time because we're so close. And then my parents went to America, so I got a train up to visit him.
Was he okay?
Well, no. It turns out Lizzie had been sleeping with someone else. How awful is that? Isn't it, Marianne?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, he was just so emotionally damaged and broken. I just felt so bad for him. I never thought he'd be ready for another relationship again.
Well, that's a nice story.
Yeah. I could just tell that Brandon was just so emotionally wounded, you know? But I'm sure he's ready for a new relationship now.
That's a really interesting story.
Yeah, so Brandon's back on the market. What do you think, Marianne?
Cool.
So glad you agree with me. Anyway, I've got to go to brunch with Brandon. We're going to have pancakes. He's just so good at making them. Do you guys want to come too?
Nope.
Oh, we've already had breakfast, haven't we?
Oh, that's such a pity. Brandon would have loved to see you both. Anyway, see you later.
Bye, Charlotte.
What?
You could have made a bit more of an effort.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eleanor. Perhaps I don't feel like talking to Charlotte. She's not like the most annoying person ever. She's worse than Aunt Frances.
Oh, but no one could be worse than Aunt Frances.
Well, Charlotte is. I mean, how dare she criticise Will? He has done nothing to offend her, and he is far more fun and interesting.
Well, he did say that Brandon was boring to her face.
Charlotte just doesn't understand him. But, we're meant to be talking about you and Edward.
There's nothing more to say, is there? I mean, Edward isn't as deep or as fascinating as Will.
True, but no one's as fascinating as Will.
Indeed.
I had a fantastic idea. I'm going to be a total ice queen next time I see Edward, so he understands I do not approve of how he's treated you.
No, seriously, don't do that. I mean, what will he think if you do that? And anyway, it's not going to make anyone happy.
It'll make me happy.
Look, can you just try and be polite and neutral to Edward? And Charlotte?
Fine. Oh! Will tweeted me. See, Charlotte was wrong.
What did he say?
Had a fab time last night. Hope we can hang out again soon. Oh, do you want me to cut out the bits about you and Edward from the episode?
There's not much point, is there? I mean, it's not as if... Well, Edward doesn't know these go online, does he?
No, he is so oblivious.
He really is, isn't he?